All right, bingo, we're live. I've got the stream going on multiple channels here. Let's see what's up here. Man, y'all jump in these comments here. We're streaming on several different platforms at once. Trying to catch up with you guys. I feel like we're lagging, but maybe we're not. Man, jump in these comments here. Let me know where you guys are at. If y'all can hear me, I'm streaming on my TikTok right here. Boom. And then I've got us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, a couple of private groups that we have as well. All that's on at once. Wherever you're at and you're watching this, dump it in here. Let me know where you guys are watching it. I guess if you're on my phone, you're on TikTok. I'm trying to manage these comments by myself. I want to do a little Q&A for you guys, though. We have some sick stuff that just dropped, and we want you guys to know about it. Obviously, trying to help with all things training wise. Let's see here. See if we can get this thing running. Watching on our phone here. We got a Facebook user in here. Boom. Okay, sick. Man. So, dude, so many cool things going on. How many of you guys know about Discord? We've been working on building a private Discord for you guys. It's really big in the gaming space. Crypto, NFTs, all those things. We've been building a Discord for y'all so we can share, honestly, just so much of the content that we have already done. We have so much stuff for you guys, and I feel like everybody's not seeing it, but we've been working on a Discord for you guys. Also, major thing, our core skills course just dropped. So I want to talk about skill development today. I wanted to kind of drop a few minutes. I've got about 10, 12 minutes, not quite 15, 12 minutes. So I got to go get ready. We're headed to a Garth Brooks concert. Shout out to my man, Garth Brooks. If y'all like Garth Brooks, let me know. I want to talk about skill development. So there are three things in wrestling. People typically talk about, so moves. A lot of times people talk about moves, right? That was like a whole era of learning moves. That's kind of the low-hanging fruit when you're talking about training, development, in wrestling, jiu-jitsu, whatever. People start learning moves, and you inevitably start trying to learn the next move to beat whatever's beating you. And so the highest, the next level of kind of thought is when you start studying positions and you start learning about positional wrestling. And so that's been a really popular, really kind of a buzzword here in the last 5-10 years of wrestling. Probably not 10, but really 5 is positional wrestling, learning positions, not moves, right? And so I like to talk about technique versus positions, right? Like technique is kind of like moves. There's techniques to everything, okay? Then there's positions, which is like has kind of a position, a front headlock, a single leg, a double leg. Like you can learn those. You can learn a single leg as a technique, like it's a move that you learn, or you can study a technique as a position, like, hey, I'm in this single leg position and how that works. And then the highest level of understanding is actually a skill mindset on that. Okay, so like the way that you hit a single leg, the skill itself, right? And so if you kind of look at those, I was making a bunch of notes actually, just trying to break this down because this is a thing that can be really confusing. We have this really, I'll call it proprietary system where we're talking about the differences between those things. But we have this thing called Ironclad 144, and our whole system is based off skill multiplication. Okay, we use the term multiplication because it kind of expresses those ideas. But the idea is that we can learn faster. We can cover more. We can get more learning done through the idea of multiplying our time, multiplying our skills, where we learn one thing and then we use it for forever. We're not just logging day by day, hour by hour time. We're really looking at multiplying our time. Instead of adding 2 hours here and adding 2 hours tomorrow and adding 2 hours the next day, we learn one position and then multiply it across the board, right? So I hope maybe that makes sense. If that doesn't make sense, literally like drop it in here, okay? I was trying to find some notes. I was going to literally read you guys some journaling that I had on the topic. I was doing a deep study on it. And anyways, the point is that the skills are the highest level thing. Skill is literally the ability to do something. It has a lot to do with the timing. All of your training, and I don't care if you're a wrestler or jiu-jitsu, MMA, really in life, like every day should be about pursuing and acquiring new skills, right? And if you If you have skills are the expertise or ability to do something well. I put here that the skill is important because there's like a prompt component. There's like a timing component of when you do something. Skill has an element of judgment in it, right? And knowing when and where to do something. So we've got to be acquiring new skills. We don't just go to practice and aimlessly like work hard. We can't just aimlessly wrestle live, right? Or do live rounds in jiu-jitsu even. Like we've got to get away from that. So people like to throw around the word deliberate training. Getting called here. What's up? People like to throw around the word deliberate training, intentional training. It's pretty big deal, right? Lots of research scientists kind of made this popular, but deliberate training, and it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert in something. But if you are more deliberate, if you're more focused, there's a lot of evidence that suggests that you could become an expert at something in as little as 5 years. Okay, that you could probably hack that and learn a lot faster. And so to do that, it has to become very deliberate, very intentional. In the wrestling world, I like to kind of point to the wrestling world because that's obviously where we operate. That's critical because you don't have forever to do that. You don't have forever to get great at something. When we talk about something like jiu-jitsu or karate, some of these martial arts, it's a lifetime journey. It's a lifelong thing. And so it's not as much of a sprint. In wrestling, you have a finite amount of eligibility in high school to attain a college scholarship, if that's what you want to do at the next level, right? And then in college, you have a limited amount of time to accomplish your goals, become an NCAA champ, an All-American, whatever. It's very limited, if you say, and so it creates an urgency of I don't have a lifetime. I can't just show up and learn this all day, every day for forever and spend the most time doing it. I have a very limited amount of time. And then even in that limited amount of time, you want to be a human, you want to like be able to go to the lake. You want to be able to sit by the pool. You want to be able to go hang out with friends and do social things. And if for a long time, and especially in wrestling, we've been selling this message of like, you have to completely give up your life and just sell out 100% on wrestling, which is like, there's a lot of pride in, there's a lot of honor in that. And that's one way of doing it, but I would like to create the highest value of time per hour. That's where we're talking about skill development. That's kind of the things that we're talking about are really like the next idea, it's the next level of thought process for how to get better. There's a reason that you want to get better as fast as possible. Maybe you want to go from JV to state champ as fast as possible. Maybe you want to, hey, I'm not good enough and I want to be a national champ. Like you're trying to get it better as fast as possible so that you can capitalize on the next opportunity. Or maybe you're just like, hey, state champs as far as I want to go, but I want to be able to have a social life. I want to be able to have balance in my life and not be completely sold out on just this one mission, right? And so in order to have balance, we've got to have some understanding of what we're doing per the value of our time, and we got to be super focused on what we're doing, right? I often like to use an hourly wage to explain this, okay? So I know I'm talking to all different like age people. I've got kids, parents, coaches, everybody, okay? And depending on who we're talking to and what circle, I would explain this differently, but like we have advice for everybody at the different levels, right? Because everybody, parents need help, kids need help, coaches need help, and we've got to have a conversation around the value per hour of what we're doing, okay? And all kind of come to an understanding of that there's like just showing up and practicing wrestling or whatever else isn't good enough anymore. We've got to be focused. You can go work every day. You can go somewhere and do some work for someone and make some money, right? Like it's not hard to find work to do. The whole goal is about finding work that is the most valuable, right? So I can go outside and cut grass, right? I mean, there's people cutting grass outside my house right now. I can go outside and cut grass and make money, pretty good money. If I'm the guy, there's a guy who's running the weed eater making, $12 an hour. There's a guy who's driving the big zero turn, and he's making $28 an hour, okay? There's a guy who owns the company or a guy who's managing several crews, and he's making $80 an hour. And there's a guy who owns the company who makes closer to $800 an hour. Like they all have different roles, okay? They're all working. Maybe one guy probably started out weed eating, then he became the guy on the zero turn, then he became the guy who manages a several crews of landscaping guys, and then eventually started his own company. And each different role is worth a different value. What if somebody could just say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and plug you into this role, one of these two roles, right? Boom, depending on how committed you are or competent. I might use the word competent. Let's just plug you, you don't have to be the low man on the totem pole. Let's just jump you in right here. You don't have to travel this journey. Just listen to me. Just listen to what we're saying. Just listen to what we're saying and jump into this role right here. And now all of a sudden, you can make this much money per hour for what you're doing. In the world of wrestling, the advice that we're giving you is the highest level of advice. And we've taken the cookies off the top shelf and put them on the bottom. We've made the cookies available to everybody. You don't have to be sitting in a room with world-class coaches. You don't have to live at the Olympic Training Center or be in Penn State's wrestling room. Like, we're making this information available to everybody. So if you are a motivated coach, athlete, parent, wrestling family, you have a direct line of access to like all of this information. Like, you know exactly what to do and what not to do. You don't have to make those mistakes by traveling the journey that everybody else has before you. You can just go, hey, listen to what they're saying and jump in line. And you immediately go to the higher level of understanding. You immediately get this kind of dollar per hour for your work. You know what I'm saying? You can immediately be doing the right things, not the wrong things, right? I'm saying this a whole bunch of ways so that maybe you pick it up, but we're trying to help everybody understand that stuff. And then, and so that's kind of for the everyday person out there. Coaches have their own struggle, right? We all want to be pursuing skills. We're spending a lot of time right now coaching coaches, coaching high school and club programs, trying to build youth programs, help them to have success and do the same thing. We're such a believer in it, and we're trying to equip everybody else to be able to replicate this system, be able to use it themselves for success. Because if people are if they can process our system, right? If they can digest these things, or if they can get on board with this school of thought, you can get so much work done. You can absolutely get better, faster, in less time than your competition. Like, undeniably, we can prove it. Like, we've been doing this for a while now, and we're trying to make it available to everybody to do such a thing. We can't fit everybody in the country, even in our state. We can't fit everybody in our room, and we don't really even want to do that. We're not trying to monopolize wrestling. We're trying to elevate wrestling, right? And so by doing that, we've made this information available to everyone. But it's crazy. It's crazy how much people care about wrestling and how much they care about winning and losing, but how unwilling to spend $1 a day we are on it. Like, if you lose some big match at the state tournament or nationals, you're depressed for the next 3 months because you lost, and you have those burnout feelings and all those things. Where if you could just perceive yourself getting better, if you could just be studying this system, you could just be watching technique, all of a sudden you could be watching these things and like seriously leveling up, and you're not going to feel burned out because you're going to be having success. You're going to be winning. You're going to start having success in positions and learning about things that you didn't previously know. It literally is so bizarre, man. We're trying to make this available to everybody, and where you guys are in the country, man. Like, this is a huge deal. So I guess all that said, we just dropped our core skills. Our core skills course just dropped, which we're crazy excited about. It's on Ironclad Methods right now, and it's our fundamental things. Like, so you don't want to be learning moves. You're not even trying to study positions. You're trying to develop skills. We've been talking all about the skill development. You can pick up the course that we teach right now. This is like required things. If you play baseball, you have to be able to throw and catch and field ground balls and catch pop flies to be able to participate in middle school and high school. Like, even on youth baseball, you have to have these skills before you can even be a contributing member of the team. And so we have standardized what that looks like for wrestling. If you want to be good at folk style, freestyle, Greco, jiu-jitsu, whatever, like, these are the core skills that you need that transcend all the styles, all the sports, okay? All the rule sets, I should say. It's all right there, dude. It's all right there. And honestly, it should be so expensive. It should be so expensive. It will save you thousands and thousands of hours and frustration and all the things just to have a roadmap of what to do. So we've published that there. for anyone and everyone to jump through, can, consume the very people that we're going to wrestle against. I hope are using this thing, man, because it's good. It's so good. Yeah, it's so good. It solves so many problems that you guys are naturally having with the systems that you're learning under right now. It solves those problems. So I hope that you guys will check that out. IroncladMethods.com has all of our stuff. You can get a subscription for less than $1 a day. Or if you just want to buy this course, like, hey, man, I don't want a subscription. Thanks, no thanks. You can buy that course one time right now, and you own it. It'll always exist online right there. But it's there. It's got, I don't even know how many videos are in it. It's a freaking ton. It's again, all of the core skills. This is required stuff for our athletes in our program that we require them to come in. We're getting ready to do assessments with with everybody in our program to figure out, are there any of these that they don't have, so that they can fill in the gaps, because it's going to seriously hold you back if you don't have this skill. Imagine being a baseball player that can't fill the ground ball. Like, that would create a real problem for you on a baseball team, right? Or if you just can't hit a curveball at all, just literally can't do it, don't know how, messed up, can't hit a curveball. You don't have that skill. That would seriously hold you back. It's seriously going to limit you as an athlete. And so we've published, here's the skills that you need. Here's this collection of skills. Here they are segmented. Here's what to do, how to do, why do it this way and not another way. It's all there. It's all right there for you guys to consume. But I think right now people just don't understand quite what it is, and they don't value it yet. So we're trying to help you guys with it, because it's going to help you so much, man. It's seriously going to help you so much. I'm really excited about it. If you get a chance, go check that out, man. We just dropped that course in there, made it public. We just sent it out to all of our athletes as well. Everybody that's a member at the gym has it in their Ironclad Methods app. And so, yeah, it's all there, man. I'm trying to scroll through and looking for comments. Had some questions drop in here. I'm like so out of time. I already ran over. Let's see. University of Montevella got a program. Pretty excited about that. Nolan Wrestling. Oh, yeah. What's up? What up, guys? Man, you got some folks in here. What's up? How's it going, fellas? I got my TikTok right here. I'm on all the other platforms right here. Honestly, first time running my stream this way. And so a little rusty, just trying to get some reps here. But we're going to get it right. We're definitely going to get it right. So, man, listen, I hope this stuff helps you guys. Looks like we got this here on the book and the YouTube. Maybe this didn't stream correctly to Instagram. Can't quite see. But hope this helps you, man. We're going to do some hangouts like this. If you guys got questions, jump in here, man. Share it with your friends. We're just trying to grow this following here, man. We really appreciate you guys being on the squad, being kind of a long journey. And we want to help you guys and get you right. It was a pretty hard road coming up, not knowing who to listen to, who the experts were, and not knowing who to listen to, especially when two different people had contradictory things they were saying. It was like, which one? And so we're trying to really help you guys out there by being an authoritative resource to help you, whether you're a youth person who just got in, you're a football player that's just kind of wrestling but cares about football, or you're a person trying to win a world championship. Like, we can help you. You're an MMA fighter that's trying to go pro or be successful at the highest level. We've got pro athletes that we do private stuff with all the freaking time. And so want to help you guys out with that. No, but 3 hours the best way to get better for new wrestlers. Dude, just talked about this. Our whole live was about this. Go get that core skills course right now. It's the first thing you need to be doing, core skills. It's on ironcladmethods.com. Go get that core skills course. You can purchase it one time, own it, boom, and you're done. Or get a subscription and you get access to all of the courses that we have in Methods. Any advice for 16 duels, weight 127 after else 170? That stinks. Being up weight's going to be tough, but whatever, man. Stay fueled up, be hydrated. Use it as an advantage that you're going to be fully fueled and hydrated. We've got a bunch of our guys wrestling for Alabama. Coach Ricky Korn. Coach Ricky is one of our assistants. He's the man. He's going to be heading up the Alabama cadet team. They'll be up there. They're finishing up training camp today, and they'll be up there this week. So we'll have some squad up there getting after it. Yeah, I got to bounce, dude. Hey, the concert gonna be sick. Garth Brooks, the man, the myth, the legend, is in Birmingham, so we're gonna do that this evening. I literally gotta go get ready right now, so I don't get yelled at. But let's see. How can I get dads of youth wrestlers who never wrestled become coaches? So Andrew Pat, Mississippi Russell. Dude, man, this is huge. We are training coaches like crazy. We're working on some certifications right now for coaches. We are I call them baseball dads. We're equipping baseball dads to become coaches in our program. And so we are launching, we might have as many as 9 campuses for us, for our youth program this season. So we are hardcore on this. I would love to help you do that, man. Hit us up. Hit me up, shoot me a DM. We'll talk about how to get you plugged in and stuff and equip, because we're trying to absolutely create levels and certifications and all the things to equip coaches with a modern day training system that meets the comprehensive needs that you have, right? We're still small enough that we can move fast and we can meet people's needs. And then as we all get together, we'll be able to go far together, right? So right now we're able to move and go quick and train people and do those things. And as we get more and more people plugged into our system, we're going to take this thing a lot farther than ever expected. I got to bounce. Love you guys. Deuces. Boom, boom, boom. What's up?